Hello everybody, Flamin' Shark back with another video, and this is my review to my blind commentary, blind reaction to Attack on Titan Season 4, Episode 7. I believe this is called Assault, if I remember correctly. It was like one word, it was a very generic title, something like Assault. I think it was Assault, pretty sure. But yeah, this was the 7th episode of final season, and another banger. I mean, another just fantastic episode. Really loved it. Obviously, links are down below to my full reaction on Mega and Breach, and my other links down below in the description, Patreon, and other things. Discord, other things I barely use as well. Yeah, I really enjoyed this episode. I've really enjoyed every episode this season, but certainly, like I said, the last 3 episodes have been really amazing. Even though I still stand by the point that at least so far, honestly, episode 3 is probably still my favorite episode of final season. The last 3 episodes have all been insane. This episode, we got a lot of really spicy stuff. We got to see, we finally got to see Hanji again. We got to see Armin, who... Yeah. Kaboom. Kaboom is the easiest way to describe that. I haven't taken a shower. About to do that in a few. But, yeah, I really enjoyed that episode for sure. There was a lot of good stuff in there. I mean, just, Eren being an absolute savage, as we know he is nowadays. I mean, Jesus Christ, like, Eren was just wrecking people, like, holy Jesus. And then on top of, everyone else being involved and doing their things, obviously sauce between Levi and the Beast Titan was pretty insane. And just all around, I mean, just insanity all around, and just great stuff that you love to see. I mean, this series is a very special show, and it's incredible to see the work that everyone's putting into this show, and it's just incredible to see, like, how it's all come together, I really am so excited to see where this goes, because this part of the season was very obvious. We knew this was going to happen at some point, in some form or another. Obviously, the way it happened was really cool to set up with them, infiltrating Marley and all that, and the beginning of season 4 being very reminiscent to the beginning of season 1, and the kind of connections between the past and how, Gabby and Falco are reminiscent of, like, Eren and company, Eren and Armin and Mikasa at the beginning of Attack on Titan, and how that's coming full circle, and the cycle of hatred continues. I talk about this a bit in the video, but, a lot of us have talked about this, of course. I mean, it's a very obvious parallel here. It's not like it's anything that's really hard to miss, but it's a very cool parallel that you have to appreciate to see the show come full circle in such a morbid way. That's just really fucking cool, because it's what this show strived to do all along in many ways, and to see it work out the way it is, and then just when Falco and Gabby were just screaming for Reiner, and then Reiner was just like, please don't, just shut up, kids. And in the end, though, Reiner had to do what he had to do, and now we're set up for another Eren and Reiner confrontation, which is just going to be absolutely fantastic, and I can't wait to see it. I think that's going to be phenomenal. It's kind of the, like I said, it's kind of the most iconic showdown of the series, is when you have Eren versus Reiner. That's kind of what the show is kind of built on in a lot of ways. You think of, like, those two titans duking it out, and it's just great to see it. It's great to see Eren and Reiner, after all these years, they're still in the end, they're still enemies, despite the fact that deep down, neither of them, I think, truly want to be enemies, but that doesn't change the fact that they are enemies, and I don't think anything's going to change that in this fight, and we'll see what happens. I think it would be a lot for Reiner to die. I think that's unlikely, just given how much of a position that they've given Reiner in this season so far as kind of one of the, almost like the other main character of sorts. But of course, Gabby and Falco and how they're going to play into this story for the rest of the way is really interesting, and I really don't know the answer, so I'm curious to see how that all works out. It should be really interesting, but I mean, this is Attack on Titan. Shingeki no Kyojin. It's crazy, but the episodes are slowly ticking down. You know, we have 9 more episodes in final season. Now, I imagine I fully expect this to be final season part 1, and imagine we have, I'm just going to guess that it's just going to be 32. Who knows if it's more or less, but I'm just going to guess that we have the 16 episodes, and then the last part is also 16 episodes. Who knows if that is the case or not, but that's just a general guess. Now, I don't really know enough about the manga, but based on what I've heard, that seems relatively reasonable to assume. But we're going to find out soon enough if we are, in fact, 9 episodes from the end of the series or not, but it seems quite unlikely. Also because, of course, at that point, I believe final season might actually beat the manga to its conclusion, because I want to say the manga is ending in April. I forget exactly when the finale is coming out for the manga, but it would be very, very weird if the anime finale came out before the manga, which is all the more reasons why this is almost certainly really just final season part 1. But yeah, absolutely fantastic stuff. You gotta love to see it. And I'm really excited to see where this goes with this war arc of sorts, because obviously the plan right now is for Hanji to get all of her soldiers out. Obviously to get Eren out, of course, but to get all of them out and regroup and set up for whatever might follow after this insane attack. And it's going to be really interesting to see how that plays out, because they've essentially made enemies of themselves to the world, and it seems like they did it on purpose. It feels like they did it on purpose. Now, it's interesting that Hanji has an ally who is seeming to be of the Attack on Titan equivalent of African descent. I don't know if that was someone on Paradise and it was kind of like a Mikasa situation where it was like kind of how, like, because obviously the people on Paradise were mostly white, but you had like a few exceptions like Mikasa as far as being Asian. So I'm wondering, or the Asian equivalent, Oriental as they say. So I'm curious if there's going to be any other exceptions where that's just a guy who was on Paradise who was not white, or if this is part of some like crazier situation where they've actually managed to somehow gain some allies actually, which would be insane. But I imagine it's just he happens to be a similar situation to Mikasa is what I assume is the case with the boy. His name was crazy too. I'm trying to remember it. I feel like it started with an O, but I can't remember for the life of me. But that name was, I remember the name was crazy. I remember when Hanji said it, I was like, whoa. Oh man. But yeah, I'm really excited. It was a great episode. Just more, insanity happening. I really thought like the Galliard and Eren part of the fight looked really good. So that was pretty cool. But yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. I mean, you just look at that thumbnail that I chose, and there was another one involving my face with Peak right before I went to the commercial card where I was going to like read the info, and I did. Obviously, there was that one face that I almost used, but I decided to use the other one from when Eren was literally just drinking the blood of the Warhammer, and it was like the fucking girl, and it was just like, what the show is just nuts. Like it's weird. Like, as much as that isn't like really that far off brand for Attack on Titan, it still just feels so extreme at this point. And it's just like, it's honestly wild to see, at least out of this series. Even though this series has always been incredibly dark and brutal and I would even say a bit gory. I mean, it's not like the goriest show on the planet or anything, but it definitely, like, there definitely has never been a hesitation to show people getting obliterated in various forms, in fact. But I feel like this season it feels like on another level, which makes sense given the context of the story and narratively what's happened and where we're going and all of that sauce. So pretty fantastic stuff. But anyways, that's going to do it for my review for Attack on Titan Season 4, Episode 7, Assault. I'm looking forward to next episode. Like I said, these episodes are going to be coming out on Mondays. Next Sunday is the Royal Rumble, so I'm going to have to sneak my reaction in somewhere. Maybe, yeah, I'll probably just record it after the Rumble. It should be fine. But yeah, I'm going to be watching the Rumble next weekend, so to get the next episode out on Monday, I'll have to record it. I mean, I could record it before, possibly, because I usually get these episodes about 1 in the afternoon on Sunday, so that should be fine for me to get it recorded before. So I might actually watch it before. We'll see. I don't know, but it should be up on Monday. No issues. I don't have to worry about. I don't have to be trying to get it up on YouTube, so it's not like ReZero where it's like, oh, I have to deal with blocks and weird sauce, and then it takes 2 days to get unblocked and that whole nonsense. So I never truly know what day the ReZero will be ready. But with the Attack on Titan, it should be fine to go up on Monday. I'm really excited for the next episode. Like I said, it's going to be really interesting. And I'm excited because everyone's here pretty much. I haven't seen Astoria yet, but I got to see Hanji, which I'm really excited about. Got to see Armin, which I'm really excited about. We pretty much have all of our potatoes for the most part now, which is pretty awesome. So anyways, Flamin' Shark sign out. Hope you guys have a wonderful, fantastical day, and I will see you next time with another video. Thanks for watching. Peace.